Some good news on the economy today for a change. Some pieces of data. According to Stats SA, both manufacturing and mining production volumes rose by nearly 6%. Now, for factory output, that put a halt to a 3-month recession in the manufacturing sector. For mining, the main driver of an increase was a 72% rise in output of platinum. Positive on the surface, but economists warn that these sectors are still very fragile.
The mining sector has been declining steadily as a proportion of GDP. In 1970, the sector represented 23% of total economic output. Now mining's share of the total economy stands closer to 7%. A slowdown in China has turned a once flourishing commodities sector into a sector struggling to keep its head afloat amid low demand. Economists believe the 5.6% reading for July is misleading.
Led the surge in year-on-year increases in the mining industry. But we've got to be very careful because the platinum sector itself was ramping up production after last year's very long strike. And that strike meant it took them another 3-4 months to get back to normal production. So we're seeing an unusual situation that is led by the platinum group metals. But we've also got to remember that 7 out of the 12 mining sectors are actually down. And if it wasn't for the 72% increase in platinum production due mainly to the strike last year, we would not have a positive mining figure.
The manufacturing sector surprised on the upside, also registering a 5.6% rise year on year, driven partly by growth in basic iron and steel and motor vehicle production. But analysts say challenges like higher energy and labour costs will continue to plague the sector.
I'm very concerned. So I think in this data set, we're not fully seeing the impact of the global slowdown yet, and particularly lower demand for commodities. So we are all concerned about the steel sector in particular, and there I don't think we're seeing the full extent of the pain in these numbers yet, and so we are concerned about what that will look like for the rest of the year.
The rand strengthened somewhat on the back of the positive data. Unfortunately, that too is likely to be a blip as other factors, both global and local, render the local currency volatile. Nompumelo Losiziba, SABC News, Johannesburg.